the right shot.
Yeah.
So if I felt like I was hitting up on it, I go that way. But I can hit it really high and I can hit it low.
If it's right to left wind and you think the best side to finish is to miss it right, then I would suggest a shot that is fighting the wind. Little past the center, kind of close to the left heel.
Yeah, like my heel, like a club head inside.
Yeah.
And put it under my left armpit, and then it just keeps me connected. And when I come through, then it can fall out like right at the end.
Yes, I do see your ball position. So there we go. Come forward again, and no jumping. Okay, just I think fade also.
US Open champion, PGA Tour star Graham McDowell will be conducting a putting clinic for those of you who struggle with the short stick. It's that simple. Usually we only get one clinic. We've got 3 taking place simultaneously, so we're very spoiled here at the Rumanza Golf and Country Club. These clinics will be getting underway in less than 10 minutes time, ladies and gentlemen.
It has been a really fun golf day, and to see a golf course this level in Pakistan is something that we did not expect when we were flying over here. To see also all the smiles and the amazing support we have felt since we got here yesterday. I think we're very thankful for that, and we want to pass on our appreciation to all of you for being here, for supporting golf, and golf is gonna bring a lot of happiness to all your lives and your families. So we're really good, and hopefully we can teach you 1 or 2 things here. Cut through the grass really gently, like if you were coming it, or do you feel any difference between like the driver and the wedge, for example?
In my driver, I like to hit down on the ball, actually. Okay,
that's
because I hate
uncommon, but
I hate the right shot.
Yeah.
So if I felt like I was hitting up on it, I go that way. But I can hit it really high and I can hit it low. But I do like hitting my driver off the deck quite a bit, but I haven't had to in a while. But yeah, I just like kind of that whole feeling. I practice a lot, like with my ball like that, to keep my shoulder going through.
To make sure you're moving your body.
I hit one. It doesn't sometimes go that good, but like just trying to get it.
What would be some key pointers, do you say? Where would you suggest the ball to be in a long iron, for example? Little past the center, kind of close to the left heel?
Yeah, like my heel, like a club head inside.
Yeah. And is it always the same, or does it change a little bit between the clubs?
I know with my driver and that it's a bit further forward, but I'm very...
You don't think about it, it comes naturally to you,
Yeah, I'm very much a feel kind of player. I hit that one a bit heavy.
That's okay. The ball looked pretty in the air.
I got stuck on my backswing then. Sometimes, you know,
What about shaping it?
I love shaping it.
You like to shape it?
I like hitting.
You like little fades, high ball, slow ball,
I like hitting like chippy shots in as well, like chippy fades, chippy draws. Because then I feel like I can access pins better that way. Like a back right pin, hitting a high little fade in. Yeah, just like...
So like right now, let's say it's a little bit of wind in off the right, and let's say you have plenty of clubs, so you want to control the shot and you just want to hit like a little cut 5-iron, holding up the wind. What would you focus on?
Again, I'll just concentrate on getting my right shoulder through and then just kind of holding it off.
And do you set up anything differently at address, or change your grip or something in order to make to hit the fade?
To be fair, when I was younger, like my dad, I used to get to the top of my backswing and my dad would be like draw or fade or high or low. So I don't like right to left wind. I much prefer range.
You prefer left to right wind?
Yeah.
Okay, and the opposite.
I hit a 3/4 chippy one.
That's nice. That was the little cut that we were looking for.
I find it hard to cut it, because I feel like it's hitting up here on...
It's hard to cut it with right to left wind.
Yeah, but I mean the grass, it sits up quite high on it as well.
Again, how do you focus on? Do you keep your core muscles, or you just...
I use my glove. I don't really think about that.
Okay, that's a good drill.
I use my glove and put it under my left armpit, and then it just keeps me connected, and when I come through, then it can fall out like right at the end. when you
Yes, at
hook
the,
it.
at the end of the swing, but it stays together. It helps you keep your arms connected to
Yeah,
your body, and then
connected,
as soon as you move your body, your arms follow, no?
Because my coach on my backswing, like you said, the one-piece takeaway kind of like tries to get me to. So I have a weird trigger movement. Like before, when I was younger, it was worse. Before I used to take it away, I used to kind of like forward press and dip and then take it away, and it looked like I would take it away with my wrist.
Okay.
But we've kind of got out of it, so then I just feel like I take it away in one movement. But under pressure, I've noticed like it does come up, yeah.
I've got a question,
It
guys.
never makes me hit it bad.
Robbie.
It's just one of them things.
When you're in competition,
Yeah.
how many swing thoughts? What's the maximum number of swing thoughts you would ever take to the course? And do you try and clear your head of all technical thought?
I just like to have one thing that I can rely on. I just like to, at the moment, it's just taking it back a little bit more close to the club face, because I was getting it a bit open and taking it a bit on the inside, so taking it more straight back. But I don't really like to have too many. I just like to be focusing on the ball shape and that.
Yeah, if I can have none, that's what I target. I feel I'm a lot of a feel player. I like to react more to the shot, and I'm just really only focused on my alignment. So I check the club face is square to where I want to hit it, and that I'm kind of like set up parallel to the shot, respecting a very neutral stance, and then just look at the target and let it happen.
So you have 1, you have 0, which is about 25 less than I have when I get out there on the course.
Two ways of making fade. One is because you cut across, and the other one is because you swing on line, but your club face is open. If it's the second one, then you need to find a way to deliver the club face square. It could be a problem of your grip, it could be everything. The most common one is people make their backswing and then they just come over the top and cut through the line. That one is a harder fix. Some people find in it because they shift their weight first and then the hands fall into position. Other people find it more just like pulling down from their arms to deliver the club in the good plane, and then they can release. But it's really hard. There's not one fix for every slice.
I always do
But
find
can we invite someone to hit?
I always do find if you want to fade it with a driver, tee it down a bit lower. That's what I always do if there's trouble with the
Okay.
left.
Yes, of course.
Is it true, guys, that playing it further forward in your stance encourages a fade and playing it further back encourages a draw?
Yes, it should help, but again,
In theory?
not always. Yeah, because
There's a lot going on in the swing.
I mean, the further forward you have it, it's easier to start it left. So then that would encourage the fade. The further right you have it, it's easier to get the ball starting right. So that would help you make the draw, but doesn't always necessarily. Come on.
Okay, this young man had 2 eagles today, so
and he bombs it.
he's not
so
struggling that much, clearly.
There you go. That's your fade. What are you talking about? You see? You see why I said he wasn't struggling at all?
Get him a microphone and he can be in the clinic.
Exactly. Go. You just hit your normal swing. So that's the one that you would like to.
If he's got a problem with that, then I want his golf game.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like good problem, good problems. Okay, hit. You want to hit fade all the time. One more. You, of course, you want to hit a fade when you want to. Yes, I also. Me too. Yes.
It doesn't ask for much.
That's sweet. Just ball a little bit. I think it's too far here. You want to move your body a little bit more this way. And now you do one thing. You jump a lot, okay? I want you to stay more connected and let the club reach in front of you, okay? No jumping. And now a little fade. Think fade.
How about that? How about that?
That's a pretty good fairway.
I think it was
finder.
dead straight, but
Yeah, that was another one so that people know it wasn't luck. Same thing, check your ball position. Just set up to it. Okay. you see your ball position. So there we go. Come forward again, and no jumping. Okay, just I think fade also. That for right to left wind, I call it a fade.
Beauty.
So
We have another question. Well done, sir. Well done. That was some very good golf.
all done.
I have a question for Charlie. I just wanted to ask is when you hit your driver shot, you kind of get the club over your shoulder. Is it because of your speed or is it something you kind of do?
Well, everyone keeps asking me about this because I kind of like whack the back of my head, but I don't even know I do it, so I'm not too sure. Until people tell me, but I don't know, ever since I was younger, my dad has always taught me to hit it as hard as I can, so it might be from that, from when I was younger. Yeah. Hilarious.
And Charlie, when you're playing in a tournament, are you trying to hit it as hard as you can off the tee? Are you full 100% power, or do you rein
Not
back
really,
a bit?
No, I'm not really bothered about distance. I just want to hit the fairway. I can hit it. It looks like I'm probably always hitting it hard, but I can hit it really hard. But distance, I hit it quite like far enough anyway. So I kind of just get hitting the fairways because I'm usually good with my irons anyway. So yeah.
And what percentage of shots when you're in the tournament are you seeing a specific shape? Or is
Every shot. Before every shot I hit, I like to visualize the shot. There's nothing worse over the ball, like not knowing what you're going to be doing. So I always just trying to stick to the shape and then hit it.
Is that the same for you, Rafa? Are you seeing a specific shape for every shot, or is it sometimes just gun barrel straight?
No, I mean, as a general rule, I find it easier to fade it. It does change. The shorter the club, I feel I never hit a fade with a wedge. You know, normally you draw, but the longer the club and driver, I'll probably fade it a little in there. I feel that's like my safety shot and the one I can really trust under pressure. But again, it could vary a little bit throughout the day. Some day, even the weather, you know, when I feel definitely when it's really cold, it's just kind of harder to release, so I'm playing fade all day. But if it's warmer and I'm loose, or maybe that day I'm feeling a little draw, or kind of like you just have to because it's really, really windy left to right, and you just cannot hit a fade in there, you just have to draw it. So we practice a lot to try to feel as comfortable as possible, hitting both shots and being able to control the ball, but you always have a favorite one.
Right.
When it's windy like how it was today, do you guys like go against the wind or go along the wind?
When it's windy, I don't know. If say for instance it was a 6-iron shot, I'll go up to a 5-iron and just hit like a chippy one. Then it goes through the wind, so I'm not trying to get it up there. But it just depends how I'm feeling and where the trouble is.
Yeah, I think that's a very good question, and if I were to say something to help you pick is try to think which would be the best side to finish in. So let's say if it's right to left wind and you think the best side to finish is to miss it right, then I would suggest a shot that is fighting the wind. On the other hand,
like
if you
on 18, hole number 18, the hazard's on the right and
Correct.
the wind was from left to right. So
Correct.
it's maybe better to go against the wind.
I would think it's better to go against the wind. Yeah, and I also always try to play and plan my strategy so that if I hit a straight shot, it doesn't get into trouble. As in, if I'm aiming left because I'm hitting a little draw onto 18 and I hit it straight, it's gonna be fine. On the other hand, if I'm aiming too far left and I'm aiming off the fairway to try to hit a fade and I don't hit a fade and I hit a straight shot, then I end up in the left side and that's better on the water.
My
but
driver usually fades, so when the wind was there, I aimed, but it still faded.
it still fades, then you need to practice draw.
This question is for Rafa. I have a tendency to hook the ball left.
Yes.
And I just pull it left a lot.
Okay.
I have a really strong left arm. What do I do now?
It could be your grip. If you have a very, very strong left arm, then that's a hard fix because if you don't solve that initial issue, everything else from then on you will have to be compensated. And I would suggest you put effort into getting to a more neutral grip. It's very hard and it's very uncomfortable. You may feel like you lose a little power at the beginning, but just within a month or so, it could be more of the driver. There's a tendency because the ball is further up in the stance to hold in a harder left-hand grip, and therefore it ends up closing more through impact. So if you, I mean, by your nods, I think that you have a very strong left arm grip, then I would suggest to try to make your grip a bit more neutral. That's all I can say without having seen you hit a ball.